welcome to another Slider Games Warhammer 40,000 Battle Report. Today we're back in the Gahenna system with the Star Stalkers, my custom Space Marine chapter. We're now on the planet of Zarethustra after narrowly escaping death when a Space Hulk crashed into Verdant. But the Star Stalkers are here because there's an ancient Imperial shrine they found in this jungle world. They want to check it out. The Star Stalkers like to look at ancient things, check out the history of the Imperium. But when they got here, there was a party going on. The Emperor's children were here to desecrate this place. And controlling the Emperor's children today is AJ. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. Now, your Emperor's children are pretty sweet. I got a good look at them. I like them a lot. Do you enjoy the chaos scene in Warhammer?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Just wish some of the rules were a little bit more clear.
Yes, yeah. They need an update. We're actually going to give his Chaos Space Marines 2 wounds, and he does have Terminators, so they'll get 3 wounds. So we're going to give them the buff that they really should have. I think at this point should be an errata or something until they get a Codex. But the Emperor's children and the Star Stalkers are facing off. We have a mission, which is take and hold. There are 6 objective markers out on the battlefield. Starting in the second battle round, you score 1 victory point for each objective marker you control at the end of your command phase. So pretty simple. We're just taking control of the territory out here, securing this site. We've got this quarter deployment. We haven't rolled off to see who will go where yet. But our twist, Rage. This is an ancient grudge we're holding with each other here. Add 1 to the attack characteristics of all models. So that's what we got going on. Objectives, we have 1 here by the shrine, 1 almost perfectly center on the battlefield, 1 back here in these rocks. Swinging over here, we've got 1 in these rocks, 1 out here, and then 1 down there inside the temple. As far as terrain goes, all the rocks are going to be light cover and dense cover because of all the jungle foliage. We also do have light cover on top of this little shrine, but not dense cover. But that is what we've got going on here today. 1,500 points of open war. Star Stalkers versus Emperor's children. Let's take a look at the armies. And here we are with the Star Stalkers today. We are an Iron Hand successor. We use Scions of the Forge and Master Artisans as our 2 successor traits. Master Artisans lets us reroll a hit every time we fight or shoot, and Scions of the Forge give the vehicles double wounds when determining what bracket they are on. Today, we do have a Tech Marine, Gahenna. He's our Master of the Forge, paid the upgrade for him. So he heals vehicles a flat 3 damage at the start of the turn. He also has the Warlord trait, Target Protocols. So he can choose a unit within 6 inches, and that unit gets to reroll hits, reroll wounds, and reroll damage rolls for the turn, which is pretty sweet. Or for the shooting, just that phase, I should say. But he's got a servo arm, omniscient power axe, and just a bolter there. Next to him, we have Lieutenant Simon, who has the Teeth of Terra relic and a storm bolter. With that rage, he's going to hopefully be mincing up some Emperor's children with the Teeth of Terra. Behind them in our battalion, we have 4 units of 5 tactical marines. On the left, we have our Flamer Combi Flamer. Next is a heavy bolter in the squad. Next one over, just plain. We do have chain swords on the sergeants of these 3 squads. And then the last one, we've got a power fist on the sergeant. Behind them, we have a 5-man bike squad with a power axe on the sergeant and chain swords on the other guys. Then we come over to our Terminators. With Storm Bolters, we do have the Cyclone Missile Rack and a Power Sword on the Sergeant with Chain Fists on the other guys. Hopefully chop up some vehicles. We do have Honored Brother Drawd, the Venerable Dreadnought there with his Las Cannon Missile Launcher. Behind him, we've got 2 Predators, Quad Las, and then the Predator Assault Cannon with 2 Storm Bolters. And finally, we do have a Rhino with a Storm Bolter there to move some of the troops up the field. But we do have a little bit of speed with the Rhino and the bikes, so we can hopefully move around and get a hold of some of these objectives. But the Star Stalkers are here to defend this shrine. But let's take a look at the Emperor's Children. Here we are with the Emperor's Children. This is a battalion. This is 1499 points battalion. And AJ, why don't you tell me about your HQs up front?
Alright, first I got a Sork in Termi armor. He is my warlord, and he has demon bound power, which is +1 strength characteristic, and I can reroll damage rolls for his force weapon.
Very nice.
He's got the force stab and commie bolter.
Sweet.
He knows prescience and warp time.
Ah, yes, psychic powers.
Alright, right here's my dank apostle. He knows warp sight plea, which is +1 attack, friendly unit within 6 inches. He also has the relic of the, I'm going to butcher this, remnant of the Marca Villa. Once per battle, instead of casting or doing a chant, he does this, and all units within 6 inches can reroll the wound roll.
Very nice, very nice.
Alright, so front, I've got 2 10-mans of Noise Marines, let's see, 8 Sonic Blasters and 2 Blastmasters. The sergeant standing on Acadian. It's got a chainsword.
Cool.
My last troop choice is Chaos Cultist with auto guns. Nothing special. And I've got 2 5-man Terminators with Lightning Claw and Kami Meltas.
Gris.
Finish out the elite slot. I've got a Leviathan Dreadnought with Volkite and twin Graflux Bombards.
Looks cool.
Let's see, I've got 1 unit of Warp Talons. They just come as they are. The Lightning Claws. And 2 Rhinos.
Very
just
cool.
With the Commie Bolter.
Very nice, very nice. I love the bright colors. I love that aspect. So much of Warhammer is grim and dark. It's nice to see something that's a little more vibrant on the battlefield. But the Emperor's Children are here to I don't want to say desecrate this place, because that's not really what they feel like they're doing, I guess. They're just having fun.
They're here to party.
That's right. All right, on to deployment. And we are deployed here. The Star Stalkers are in this quarter. Emperor's Children down there in that quarter. As far as Star Stalkers go, we do have the Heavy Bolter squad here on this objective, the Dreadnought, and a tactical squad there on that objective. It's right underneath the Dreadnought. So just obviously trying to hold those. Starting in the second turn, we can score objectives. The Predators are back in the corner. There is kind of an issue here. These rocks don't allow the Predators to go out this way, so if they need to move out, they can go through here or around the edge. So this guy, the Las Cannon Predator, will have to do some crazy maneuvering, and this big building here in the middle is taking away a lot of my line of sight. The Dread has pretty good line of sight down the center of the battlefield, so that's a pretty good spot for him. But that's there, the Tech Marine here to boost these 2 guys, hopefully. In the middle, we have the Compy Flamer squad and the bikes. They're hoping to, just run forward onto these objectives in the building. And the bikes are here in the middle. That way they can react either way. If they need to come around this way to help out or move up in the middle to try to get on that first objective. And then over here on the flank is the Rhino. It's got my Lieutenant Simon, and the Teeth of Terra with the Power Fists squad of tactical Marines ready to advance forward to either this objective or that one, whatever they think needs the most help. And I do have my Dreadnoughts, my Terminators are in teleport hold, waiting to deep strike. And I will remind everybody, this is open war, so deep striking can come in on turn 1, which is pretty potent. And what do we have over here for the Emperor's Children?
Yeah, we got some cultists on that objective, Levy Dread, 2 Rhinos deployed with all the Noise Marines in it, Sork right there behind it, and a squad of Termies in cover.
Nice.
And I've got 5-man squad, 5-man squad of Termies and a 5-man squad of Warp Talons in Deep Strike.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we were talking off camera. This center section, it's going to be interesting. What happens here in the middle of the map? All right, but with deployment over, we should roll off to see who gets to go first. And it is open war, so whoever rolls off chooses whether to go first or not. I'll let you roll first since you're the guest, sir.
Alrighty.
A 4 and a 3. It is your decision, sir. Do you need a moment to think?
Against my better judgment, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, all right. That's always what you like to hear him say, against the better judgment. All right, so with that, it will be Star Stalkers, turn 1. The movement phase has ended. Both the Predators moved. The last cannon moved up. He can now draw a line of sight to the Terminators down there. And the Heavy Bolter in this squad is also in range of the Terminators, so we can hopefully knock a couple of them out. The Tactical Squad shifted back onto the objective just to secure it a little better. Dreadnought moved forward with the Tech Marine. The Tech Marine boosted the ballistic skill of the Predator before they moved. And then at the start of the shooting phase, I'm going to give him the target protocols, so the Dread will be re-rolling everything whenever it fires. So beyond this, I've also now left this exposed. So Terminators, Warp Talons, whatever they want, can come in behind that little mountain. Up here in the center, the Flamer Squad moved up onto this objective. The Bikes moved up to the middle one. I advanced the Rhino, but it only rolled a 1, so he's coming in to support. But I've also brought in the Terminators over here. Hopefully, the idea is they can charge into this Rhino to kind of get him into the fight a little bit early, maybe get him close to this objective. But I was just saying off camera, I've decided just to spread everything out, because I could have moved the Bikes around to support the Tactical Marines over here and kind of reinforced that. I also considered keeping the Terminators off the board and using them as a kind of a counterpunch, but nah. Let's just try to... My idea here is I'm on 4 objectives, possibly 5 if I get really lucky with a big charge roll over there and some weird movement. But this way, the Emperor's Children on their first turn can't just concentrate all their fire in one direction. To clear an objective, they'll have to choose. Now, obviously, 5 Tactical Marines and a 5-man bike squad aren't going to be super hard to shift, but that is the thought process here with the movement for the Star Stalkers. And next up, we will go into the shooting phase. All right, here we are. We had some technical difficulties. We're a little bit into the shooting phase. My camera died. But okay, so he shot missile, Krag missile, and 2 las cannons into the Dread. All 3 hit, all 3 wounded. He rolled 2 5s and 2 6s and a 5 to save, so no damage over there. Then we came around. The Predator shot into the Terminators with 4 shots, wounded with 3 of them, and that is the roll from the Terminators. Yeah. So that is 3d6 damage. I did spend a command point, which looking back now I realized I shouldn't have, because I'll need that for this damage roll, because I need 3s. First one. 1 is dead. 1 is alive on 2 wounds. Okay, so kill 2. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Killed 2 there. Yeah, that's been an issue. Yeah, these rocks are magnetic, so they stick to bases. I'll go ahead and just fire here with this Heavy Bolter into the Terminators. 3 shots. 2 hits, yes. And yeah, I don't... Master Artisans... Let me check. I'm pretty sure I don't get to reroll with that, but let me double check. Master Artisan just says reroll hits, so I can reroll this. Okay, they all hit. And this is strength 5, so wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, AP minus 2. Yeah, normally AP minus 1, Devastator Doctrine, AP minus 2.
Alright, so it's going to be on a 3. There we go.
Armor save, cover save, yeah.
Alright. Take 1 wound. No, take
Two
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Yeah, 1 down to 1 wound left. Okay, let's take a look here and reevaluate some of our options. All right, the plan here was, the Dreadnought, injures the other Dreadnought significantly, and then the Predator finishes them off, but didn't play out like that. So we've readjusted our plans. We're going to try to take out this Rhino over here, get their speed whittled down. All of his guns are in range, so he's going to have 2d3 Predator assault cannon shots and 6 heavy bolter shots going on here. We'll go with our 2d3 with the Predator autocannon. That is, ooh, that's 5 shots. A 5 and a 4. That's good. We'll take that. And he has been boosted, so he hits on a 2 now.
3.
He's shooting the Rhino.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry.
My
Yep.
bad.
No,
My bad.
no problem. So he's going to hit on 2s, and he has reroll 1s because we are in the Devastator Doctrine, and we're Iron Hand successors. They all hit. Now it is Strength 7, Toughness 7.
That's right. You can miss a couple of
So
those.
winning on 4s. Okay, 3 wounds. AP minus 2 because of the Devastator Doctrine.
Alright, AP 2, so B5 up. Take 1.
It was 3. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. Okay, take 1. So that's 3 damage. Flat 3 for the Predator autocannon. It's there to kill Terminators. And then 6 heavy bolter shots. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And then these will be 5s to win, though. Okay, 4 wounds. AP minus 2 again. Nice. Okay, 2 more damage. Okay, so he's down to 6. So with that, we're going to have these guys fire. So you don't suffer the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons in the Devastator Doctrine for Iron Hands. So the crack missile, I'm going to actually spend a command point. Fury the First. There we go. So his 2 crack missiles are going to go into the Rhino. All of the small arms are going to go into that thing. Okay. So crack missile into the wounded Rhino, small arms into this Rhino. 2 shots hitting on 2s now with the crack missile. They both hit. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. That's a bummer. I've already spent my command point, so nothing. Okay. But that is... Let me get some dice here for the small arms. We have finished up the shooting phase. There are just a couple things left. Terminators took 1 wound off the Rhino with their storm bolters. The bikes decided there's a Terminator on 1 wound. They're going to fire everything in there. I got 8 wounds through, 8 2-up saves. No 1s were rolled. So the Terminator on 1 wound survived. So that is the conclusion of the shooting phase. Is it the conclusion of the shooting phase? Yes, I fired these guys. I don't know if I mentioned this. They fired off camera into the Terminators and didn't do anything. But everything else is shot. These guys, only the heavy bolter was in range. They're not in range of anything. So now we will go on to the charge phase, which the only charge I'm going to do, we do have the Terminators. They are going to charge this Rhino. It will be a 9-inch charge. That's a fail. I'm going to spend a command point. Try it again. That's a 9. Okay, we will measure this out and see where they end up. We are in combat. We did manage to stay out of the 3-inch heroic intervention there. Consolidated, piled in, excuse me. So we're all in combat here. We have, so with rage and the bonus on a charge attacks, I have 16 attacks with my chain fists. I did spend Fury the First again, so these will be hitting on 3s. All right, hitting on 3s. I get 1 reroll with Master Artisans. Paid off. Okay, couple ones. All right, that was good. I'll take that. And these are strength 8. So wounding on 3s, they do a flat 3 damage to vehicles. Now the problem is if I blow this up, 10 noise marines are going to get out, and I think if he puts 1 right here on this corner, he will be in range of this objective. Right now, these 2 terminators are in range of it, though. All right, so that's yeah, that's bad news for the Rhino. Yeah, I don't think he gets a save.
No.
All right, so that's very many damage. All right, does he explode?
Blow up. No.
No explosion. We got 10 guys inside. You got 10 dice. We'll roll them. Ooh, 2 Marines get caught up in the explosion. All right, so we'll let them get out, and then I'll do some consolidating, and I think that will be the end of Star Stalkers turn 1. The movement phase is over for the Emperor's Children. I will note over here, when these Noise Marines piled out of the vehicle, they were outside of my consolidation range, so I couldn't consolidate into them, so they are free to move and shoot. But what do we have going on here with your Chaos boys?
Okay. Actually, I don't even think I moved these guys. Whoop. Oh well. Okay, so they piled out of the Rhino. Rhino moved around, turned sideways, popped smoke. These guys moved up. Dank Apostle moved up. He also chanted his power for +1 to hit, so they're +1 to hit right now.
That went off.
They did a little shimmy over there. He bounced to another set of dense cover, so he's fun. And then, just to be a little mean, because I don't like that last Rhino, I dropped the warp down.
Yes, this was my risk, was move up and shoot on the first turn or keep him back to stop that from happening for a turn. I felt like I needed to get all my guns to fire in turn 1, so we'll see how that pans out here in the future. But anything else? Yeah, that looks like it for the movement phase. We'll go into psychic phase here.
All right, we're going to do warp time. So it goes off on a 7. And
that is a 7.
So
they get to move again, is that right?
They'll get to move, and I will do prescience.
Okay.
On the levy dread.
Okay.
Goes off on a 6. And
that goes.
Alright, so he's +1 to hit. They get to do another move.
Alright, we'll come back with some shooting and a little bit more movement. We did get a little bit more movement in. These guys with their psychic power got to move up there now, easily holding that objective. We went ahead and moved the other squad as well forward, but it is now the shooting phase. Do you know where you want to start?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Terminators.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot their Melta.
Yep. Into the bikes. Okay.
Alright, so hitting on 2s because of the dank.
Yep.
Alright.
They all hit.
Alright, strength 8, T5.
Tough 5, yep.
So 3s.
Ooh.
1.
Do you want to spend a command point on your first shooting unit?
No.
Okay.
So it's Melta's -4.
Yeah, so no save.
Alright.
Just need a 3 or higher to kill one. You kill 1 bike. Let's pull this guy, why not? 1 bike down.
Alright, so I'm going to go into, we'll start with these
Noise
guys.
Marines.
We'll go with the Noise Marines.
Alright.
Now, I'm going to do excruciating frequencies.
Okay.
One CP, that's +1 strength, +1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do Veterans of the Longbore.
Oh, nice.
So +1 to wound.
Very cool. And what are they going to obliterate?
I'm going to do something very stupid. I'm going to split fire.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm going to Blastmasters
Oh, into the rhino.
into the rhino.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do all these nasty boys. 8
Into
of those into him.
the flamer squad down there. Okay.
Alright, so
Where do you want to start? Blastmasters or into the fire boys?
we'll do the Blast Masters. We're going to do it on the heavy profile, so
Okay.
it's D3. So 2 shots.
3 shots for
3
D3.
shots,
Yep.
Alright, this is the heavy profile, so they will be hitting on 4s.
Okay.
Crap. And it paid off.
You got 2 hits.
And I'll go ahead and spend a command point.
Okay.
Nope.
Still 2 hits.
Alright, so it's T8, so it would be 3s, but veteran long war.
So wounding on 2s.
Alright.
2.
I believe it's -2.
-2. All right, I'll roll 2 4s. You double check. I rolled 2 4s, a 4 and a 6. So 1 definitely saves.
Yep. Alright.
I'm sorry, it's -2. There are 3 up saves, so they fail 1. Needed a 5 if it's -2
So D3 +1.
for 2 damage on the rhino.
That's unfortunate. Alright,
Do you know what's next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off these guys.
Oh yeah,
them.
into the tactical marines over here. We'll swing over.
It's gonna take a second to get the
All right,
dice
we'll
together.
count out the dice here and come back with some more shooting. All right, we did some shooting off camera. The shots in here, 1 tactical marine died, so that was a huge win for those little fellas. Over here, what else? The sorcerer and the cultist shot in, did no damage to the terminators. And I think that's, yeah, caught up. The noise marines are firing into the terminators. I did spend a command point on reject the flesh, embrace the machine. So they have a 5 up, feel no pain.
Alright, so these are going to be the sonic blasters.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 3s. Wow, I'm doing great.
We've seen a lot of 1s.
Alright, so wounding on 4s.
Okay.
Alright, so we got
7.
7, no AP.
No AP. So 7 2 up saves. Failed 1. I get a 5 up, feel no pain. Okay, so 1 wound.
Alright, and then these are the Blast Masters. I'm going to use the assault profile, so it's D6 shots,
Mhm.
2D6.
You can reroll that one, yep. Ooh, more,
That's awesome.
more 1s.
Alright, 3s. Oh,
1
it
hit.
gets better. 4s. -1.
So 3 up. What'd you fails? 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay, failed 2 wounds off that guy. The command points has not paid for itself yet.
Alright.
And that leaves the big boy. Do you know what you want to do with him?
Yep. Let
Okay.
me just pull up his profile real quick.
No problem.
He is hitting on 2s.
Because he was boosted with prescience.
Alright, so both of the grab fluxes are going to go into the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
The Volkites are going to go into him.
Okay.
So the Volkites, they hit on 4s. Or no, hit on 2s. 4 shots. All hit.
Nice, very nice.
Strength 5 to 4, so 2 up. 6s are mortal wounds. Oh!
So I'm sorry. He wounds on 3s, right?
Yeah, wounds on 3s, so you got 1, no AP.
Okay, 1 2 up save. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Alright, there's one of those guys on 1 wound.
Alright, so each one of these is the Volkite, so 2d3 on each one, so 4d3. Oh,
That was 6.
Alright. Hit on 2s.
Nice.
Alright, strength 8, so...
On the bikes will be 3s to wound. There you go.
All
5.
wound. I believe it's -3.
-3, so these will be 6 up saves, and that's 5. 5 6 up saves. Make 1, fail 4. How much damage?
It's -3, so They're a 3+ save.
Yeah.
3 damage each.
Okay, so that is the squad. Poor little bikes. All right, so the bikes are gone. There's a Terminator on 1 wound. That is the end of the shooting phase.
Oh, but wait.
Oh, wait.
There's
Oh,
more.
endless cacophony. Is that a thing?
Yes, endless
Alright.
cacophony. Into these boys.
Okay. The Noise Marines again?
Yeah.
Okay, Noise Marines are firing.
So these are the jacked
Yep, we'll
up
get
ones.
these.
I'm going to do the assault profile on the Blastmasters. This is to start it.
Okay. 2d6. That was better. 6 shots.
Alright, so it's going to be 4s.
Because of cover.
Mm,
3.
and it will be 3s because of veterans still
Yep.
active.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was 2s.
It was 2s, yeah, because they're strength 5 normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many we had. Doesn't matter. So,
Well, that's the wound roll, so that's where it would have.
all right. So you got 2,
3 of them now.
3 at -1.
3 at -1. So these are 4-up saves. They do ignore armor bonuses to cover, so that's why they're at a 4-up.
Oh,
When I
right.
fail them all,
So
how much damage is
that's
it?
3 dead. 'Cause it's 2
3
damage.
dead. And how many shots do you have left?
I have
Yeah.
20 plus
20 plus shots.
24 shots.
You only killed 1 last time. Oh no, I'm going to let him go. So there's 1 left currently.
All right.
And you'll have to try to finish him off. All right, we'll come back with the aftermath of these 20 shots. We are in the charge phase. The tactical Marines over here are dead. We've got 1 charge, Warp Talons into the Predator. Can't fire Overwatch even if I wanted to.
All right.
Need a 9. That is a fail.
I'm going to use Honor the Prince to turn that 1 into a 6.
Makes it an 11-inch charge. Very nice. We'll come back after piling in. So we are here. These 5 Warp Talons are going to have 21 attacks into the Predator. So they have base 2 on the Sergeant, 1 on each, +1 for Angry Charge, +1 for Rage, +1 for each of them having dual Lightning Claws. So 21 swings. I mean, you spent a CP on
I'm doing veterans.
veterans of the Long War here. All right.
So 3s.
3's to hit. Okay, there's some few 2s in there for me. All right. Yeah, we had to go back and double check the 6s for Death to the False Emperor, which added 2 more, so we're at 16 hits out of 21.
All right.
And now it'll be forced to wound,
And reroll.
re-rolling everything. All right, that was a good one to start here. There's hope. Not much, but some. Okay, that added 3. All right, and what's the AP on a Lightning Claw?
-2.
-2.
1 damage.
1 damage each. I'm just going to pick all these up.
All right.
Roll it. I think I can make it. So 5-up saves. I just need to make a few of these, right? I make. There's a 5 and a 6. How many is this? 3, 6, 10. All right, he's alive. On 1 wound. And he gets to strike back with an extra attack because of rage, too. All right, let's see what happens. 1 wound left on the Predator. Unbelievable. We did fight back with the Predator. He only had 2 attacks at that profile handling on 6s. Nothing happened. So that is the end of Emperor's Children turn 1. There are no morale checks or anything that need to be made. The squads that were attacked were wiped out. So we will go on to Star Stalkers turn 2. Movement phase is over for the Star Stalkers. Terminators didn't move. Basically, my plan this turn is I need to eliminate these guys. So I got 2 points in my command phase for holding this objective and the objective under that squad. So it's 2-0 right now. And currently, the Emperor's Children are on 1 with the cultists and this one right here. So if I can eliminate these guys, the max they could get is 1 point. The 2 rhinos are actually contesting the objective that's underneath the Star Stalker Rhino currently. So if I can get rid of these guys, I should have a 2-1 lead at the end of the second battle round. That's kind of the plan right now. And we're just going to go from there. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the shooting phase. We've got these 5 tactical marines. Going to rapid fire. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to start with the rhino because it can see these guys. It's going to fire its 4 shots into the noise marines, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling for master artisans. That's 4 hits and wounding on 4s. That's 3 wounds, AP -1, but +1 for the cover.
So 3 ups.
They make it. All right, now we're going to have 10 shots from this squad firing in. I'm dropping dice out of my pocket. Hitting on 3s. And I get to reroll 1 with master artisans. Didn't help. That's 7. And wounding on 4s. That was good. 6 wounds, AP -1, but you're in cover.
3 up.
Kill a marine and a half.
Alright, and
Yeah, they get to shoot.
Hitting on 2s.
Nice.
And 4s.
1 wound.
No AP.
No AP. Make the save. Yeah, every time a noise marine dies, they get to shoot. So that is a problem. So 1 is dead. We'll have the Stormbolter from the lieutenant fire in there. Hitting all of the time and wounding on 4s. And that is 2 wounds, AP -1.
Nope.
And 1 more dies.
All hits.
They hit on 2s.
They still have prescience.
The prescience was on
Oh, that's right.
the big boy. That's right.
1 wound onto the
Squad.
Yep.
Fail a save. Okay, 1 of them is down to a wound. Alright. Killed a few there. Killed a couple of them. Alright, let's take a look and see where else we want to go. We did some small arms off camera. Both tactical squads, including the heavy bolter, fired in here, killed 3 warp talons. But now we're going over here to Honored Brother Drawd. He has target protocols and Awaken the Machine's spirits. So he's +1 to hit, and he rerolls everything. Damage, wounds, and hit roll. He's firing everything into the big boy. Alright, we'll start with his crack missile. So he normally hits on 2. -1 because of the cover. +1, so back to a 2. Crack missile. Hits. Wounds on a 3. Does wound. AP -2, so you should have a 4 up save.
Alright.
Yep.
No.
Which he fails. Would you like to reroll? It's D6 rerollable damage because of the targeting protocols.
Don't want to, but going to.
You going to? Okay.
Save it.
And he made it. Okay. So now 2 shots from the Laz, hitting on 2s. They both hit. Wounding on 3s. I reroll all my wounds. Okay, both wound. This is the 5 up invulnerable.
Nope.
Failed them both. So 2d6 rerollable. So we'll do the first one, rerolling. There's still 1. Okay. Second d6. 3. That'd be 4 damage. I'm going to reroll it since I rolled a 1 on the first one. All right. So 5 total. Reduces by 1 though. Correct?
Right. So each one, so
it'd be
4
yeah.
wounds.
Yeah, 4 damage on him. Okay. So that was that. 4 damage on him. We're going to go ahead and yeah, we started it. Predator, everything into that guy. 2d3 on the assault cannon for 4 shots. Whoa, drop that. This will be hitting on a 4. because of the cover.
1.
I can reroll 1 with Master Artisans. Didn't help. 1. Wounding on a 4. It does wound. AP minus 1.
1, so 3 up.
Made it. Okay, and then maybe I shouldn't have done this. 6 heavy bolters. I've already used my reroll. Okay, that was better. 4 hits. And wounding on 5s, though. That is 2 wounds, AP minus 1 again.
3 up.
You made them all. Alright, the Predator has done nothing this game. Okay, with that, let's see what else I can do. I think I have my Terminators. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. With the Terminators, I did spend another command point on Fury the First. All of their bolters, storm bolters, went into the cultists, killed 6. The 2 missiles are going into the Dreadnought. If I can take off 3 wounds, then he'll be bracketed. Alright, so hitting on 3s, minus 1 to hit to 4s, Fury the First back to 3s. And that's 2 1s. I did not spend my Master Artisans yet. Okay, that one hits. And I have 9 command pins. I'm going to reroll this one with a command point. Didn't help. Okay, so 1 wounding on a 3. It does wound. 8. I think it's a 4-up save, AP minus 2 here since we're not in the Devastator Doctrine. Made it. Rolling those 6s on the saves. Okay, so that is the end of the shooting phase. I did fire my Tech Marine, fired into the Warp Talons. Did not do any damage. Alright, we'll come back with some charge phase. In the charge phase, we're going to start with the Tactical Marines. Noise Marines are not paying to interrupt or paying to fire Overwatch. I can't fail this, but a big one would be good just for maneuvering abilities. A 4. Okay. Don't want to command point that just yet. I'm going to roll for my lieutenant as well. He needed a 3, and he got a 3. That's not great. I don't know. 4 inches. Yeah, I think I can move them out of the way and get in there. All right, we're going to stick with that. We're also going to bring the Terminators in. That's better, a 10-inch charge. All right. Oh, one more. I'm going to actually charge my Rhino into the other Rhino. And he's in with a 6. Okay, I'll move these guys and we'll come back for some fighting. We're in the fight phase. I'm spending 1 command point on Gorgon's Rage. Use this stratagem in the fight phase when an Iron Hands unit from your army is chosen to fight with. Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a model in that unit, add 1 to the hit roll. In addition, until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a model in that unit against an Emperor's Children unit, add 1 to the wound roll. Okay, I am going to spend that on the Terminators. It won't help their Chain Fist with the wounding aspect. The Power Sword will get a buff there, but it does give them that +1 to hit. And this will be, we'll start with the Chain Fist, 16 Chain Fist attacks. These would be normally hitting on 4s because they're unwieldy, back to 3s. Now if I can pick up all these dice. Should have had these in my hand earlier. Alright, I got them all. Alright, so these are hitting on 3s. The Gorgon's Rage. Nothing gets to reroll. I can reroll 1 with Master Artisans. Okay, I got maybe 1 extra one. Whoops. I don't know what that was. We'll take it out. And then these will wound on 2s. And they are within 6 of a lieutenant, so they can reroll those ones. Okay. Much wounding. 9 wounds. AP -3, I think. Let's double check that. Yeah, AP -4. We knew that from when we killed that Rhino earlier. But they're D3 damage. We are playing 2 wound Chaos Marine, so that kills 1. 1's on a wound, so the next one will kill it, so that's 3. Next guy. another one. So that kills. So that's 3 that are dead. We've got 4 more. 4 are dead. 2 more wounds. Kill 5. There's 1 left. And they get to shoot when they die.
I think it would make an attack when they're in close combat.
Okay, so make an attack.
Yeah.
We got some more magnets coming, so 5 of them will get to attack.
Alright. So I will do the sergeant first. So he's going to make 1 attack with his chainsword, so he gets 2 attacks. So this is 3. And then 4s.
Doesn't wound. And then 4 regular dudes.
Alright, 1 no AP.
And that's on the Terminators?
Yep.
I'm going to spend a command point. I have not spent one in the fight phase. Oh. And he still goes down. Alright, so they take out a Terminator with their last gasp. Alright. There is only 1 guy there left. Alright, let's see what happens next. We are in the command phase here for the Emperor's Children. Some recaps. Rolled a 1 on his leadership morale test, so he has insane bravery and stood his ground there and by the statue. Warp Talons also passed. The cultist did fail, and 1 additional ran away. So there are 2 guys left back there holding that objective, which gives the Emperor's Children 1 point, because we did contest this objective in the middle. We did go ahead and move that. He fell back out of combat. And then what did your guy over here did something? What happened with that?
He's going to pop his relic. It's the reroll wound rolls.
Yep, so
6-inch aura.
So yeah, for this turn he'll have a 6-inch aura of rerolling all wound rolls. Very cool. All right, we will go into Emperor's Children movement phase here. The score 2-1. Star Stalkers in the lead. It is the end of the movement phase here for the Emperor's Children. We had a lot of shuffling up here, some advancing. What's going on over here, AJ?
Alright, this dude is holding steady. These guys are holding steady. This sorcerer moved up into the the dense cover.
Yep.
He shimmied out of combat. These guys advanced up into contestment range.
Yep. So yeah, right now the Rhino, 1 Terminator, and the Dreadnought are within 3 inches of the objective that's underneath that Rhino.
The Levy Dread did another shimmy over to more dense cover.
Yep.
The Dank Apostle, as I said before, he popped his aura, so 6-inch aura, he just moved up. These guys advanced up to here.
Yeah, they got a 5-incher.
So they've got the hold of that objective and jumped the Warp Talons up.
Yep, they flew up and over.
So hopefully they'll be contesting here. And the Terminators I had in reserve dropped in from reserve 9 inches away from both this squad and the Dreadnought, so they could charge either way. I will note we did do the combat with the 2 Rhinos. The Iron Hands Star Stalker Rhino took a wound off of the Emperor's Children Rhino, but it healed it because the Chaos Rhinos still get the automated repair. He rolled a 6. Okay, and now it is the psychic phase. Alrighty. Gonna do prescience on the Levy Dread.
On the big boy.
7.
That is an 11. That passes.
Why did I not do big?
That would have been a good smite. Yep.
Alright, so he's got +1 to hit. Gonna do a smite on 5.
The Rhino.
And I failed that one.
That fails. Okay.
Not gonna reroll.
Alright. No smite on the Rhino, but we do have prescience on the Dread. Okay, we will come back with Emperor's Children turn 2 shooting phase. Part of the way through the shooting phase, we did do some small arm stuff off camera. Sorcerer shot, Cultist shot, the Apostle shot, they did no damage. The Noise Marine, he did fire down here at this Predator, took 4 wounds off of it. But now we're going to these Terminators in the middle. They're going to try to blow up this Rhino.
Alright, it's going to be Melta. They advance, so it's going to be hitting on 4s.
2 hits, wounds on 3.
And they are just inside of 6.
Okay, so they'll get to reroll their wound rolls.
Alright,
They need 1 reroll. They got it. 2 wounds and AP minus 4, so no saves. And this is the old school Melta rule, so 2d6, pick the highest.
Alright.
For 4. And 6 is 10. That's a dead rhino. Does he explode?
Don't explode. Nope.
No explosion. All right. So the rhino is gone. He did his job. He contested that objective, though. Okay.
Right.
Do you know what you want to do next?
Yep, I'm gonna do 5 Melta.
Oh, yes. The other Melta.
Your Vulnerable Dread.
Okay. Now he does reduce all damage by 1, but this is a lot of shots.
Alright. 5 shots hitting on 3s.
Ooh, hit 4 times. That's pretty good, pretty good.
Alright, and 3s. And a
Wow.
for it.
Do you want to command point any of those? Or one of those, I guess?
No.
Okay. Do vulnerable dreadnoughts have an invulnerable save? Let's take a look. Took a look. It's not an invulnerable save. He has a 6-up feel no pain. So we are spending a command point to reroll one of these. And it pays off.
Right.
So 2. Now you're outside of Melta range?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just D6.
2d6.
6
So
wounds.
the 5 will get reduced
to
to 4, so it'll be 5 total wounds, and I get to roll 5 dice. On 6s, I ignore the wounds. He does ignore 1, so he takes 4 damage. Okay. And do you know what's next for your shooting? I think all we have left
Is
the big blob of noise marines.
Yep.
Where are they going?
They're gonna be shooting everything
Everything into
them.
these guys. All right, let's. You want to start with the big guns or the?
The big guns are gonna be assault profile, so they can shoot. So it'd be 2d6.
Okay. For 7.
Alright.
And it would be 4 since they advanced. 2 hits.
Well, crap. Too late now. I was gonna do veterans.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
No.
They get a reroll because of.
Yep, they're within 6. Still nothing. Okay.
Alright.
Let's count out some dice for the other guns here. We did finish up firing all the guns from the Noise Marines. They did 1 wound to the tactical squad. Last thing, Dreadnought. The only thing you can actually see is the Predator, this little jungle bush here, blocked line of sight to the Dreadnought. So firing everything into the Predator.
Alright, so it's going to be bolt kite, 4 shots hitting on 2s.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Alright, and it will be 5s, so strength 5, re-rolling.
1 so far, but rerolls everything. Nice.
Alright, so you've got 1 more wound on top of that, and then you've got 4 saves, no AP.
Okay, so 4 3-ups. After the mortal wound, he's got 6 wounds left. Fails 1, down to 5 wounds. Is it 1 damage?
2 damage.
2 damage. All right, down to 4 wounds.
Alright, 4d3 on the grav. Cocked.
Yeah, reroll that one. Nice. So you got 2, 4, 7. You got 8.
D3.
D3, yeah. 2, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay. 7.
A 3 and a 4 is 4 shots.
Alright.
A 1 is 5, and then 3 for the 5.
I'm a little
No,
fuzzy.
yeah,
right
we're
now.
okay. Yes, this is the fog of war setting in.
Alright, 2s.
That's good.
Alright, so it would be 3s.
3s to wound. Rerolling all of them. Only 3. Ooh, this is bad news.
Oh,
They all wound. 8.
-3.
8 6s. I can make 8 6s. That's not a problem. How much damage are these?
3 a pop.
Oh, okay. I just need to make. Yeah, I can fail 1. I just need to make 7 6s. All right, it's dead. Does it explode?
Pop.
It does explode. So that's D3. We'll have to measure on the dreadnought. Let's see. Definitely in range here. Ooh, the big 3. That is not good. And I'll roll it for the dreadnought and then we'll measure.
Dread's out.
Yeah, I think he's out of range. All right, but that is the end of the shooting phase. All right, I told a bit of a fib. That was not the end of the shooting phase because endless cacophony. They fired down here again. They did kill the guy on 1 wound and put another wound on another one. I spent a command point on reject the flesh and embrace the machine. And the 5-up feel no pain saved that last tactical marine's life.
2 command points, 2 wounds.
2 command points for 2 wounds, yeah. Whew, yeah, it's been rough out here in the shooting phase. But now the charge phase, where the fun happens. Right. Terminators charging these guys. They need a 9. And they roll a 7.
Honor the prince.
Honor the prince. So they're in with an 11. Down to 1 CP.
And they can't fail.
And they can't fail, but you can roll it just to see.
7 again.
Okay. So it's not looking good for our tactical marines. We'll come back after we get piled in. We went ahead and finished up the fight phase. The Terminators made short work of this tactical squad. The Warp Talons did consolidate and pile in over here to the Predator, which attacked back and did nothing. So that is the end of Emperor's Children turn 2. We've got some the backfield is falling apart here for the Star Stalkers, it seems. We'll see how long they can hold on to some of these backfield objectives as we go on to Star Stalkers turn 3. We have come to the end of the movement phase for the Star Stalkers. Everybody over here shifted along this way. Tactical Marines still on the objective over here. The idea, we should hopefully be able to shoot him, hopefully kill those 2 cultists, and then the lieutenant and the Terminators are going to have to charge that way. So we can try our best to contest this objective at some point in the future. Back here in home base, these guys did shuffle a little bit. They're all within rapid fire of the Terminators. At 3 inches movement, he cannot actually fall out of combat, so he has to stay engaged. Over here, the Tech Marine and the Dreadnought shifted over a little bit so they can draw some fire down this way. I did spend a command point to allow him to use his Blessing of the Omnissiah twice, which, since he is a the Tech Marine, I can't think of the word, I'm sorry. He's the
Blessing of the Omnissiah.
Yeah, I paid the 20 points to make him the better Tech Marine. So he healed a flat 3 twice. So he got 6 wounds back. He's back to full health. But that is the movement. There's not a lot left here for the Star Stalkers. We are in the lead currently. I scored 2 points. 1 here, 1 back at the home base. So it's currently 4-1. But right now, the Emperor's Children are sitting on 4 objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this shooting phase is going to be important. Let's pick some targets. We've come to the conclusion here of the shooting phase. We got one more thing to do. Lieutenant Shot killed 1 cultist. There's 1 left behind that bush, which, in hindsight, I should have shot the Terminators first because now only 1 Terminator can actually see that guy over there. These guys did finish off the Noise Marine who shot at the Terminators. I had to spend a command point to save the Terminator. Alright, so we're going to split a bunch of fire. This guy, 4 shots from the Sergeant into him. The next 2 can draw line of sight into the Terminators. They're going to shoot down there and try to get that guy on 1 wound. This guy can only see him, and he is just slightly closer than the Rhino. We're going to go ahead and start with the 2 firing at the Terminators. I did spend a command point of Fury the First again. So they are 3s to hit, -1, back to 3s. And I should have shot at the cultist first, so I'm going to save my rerolls. Back to 3, so that's 3. Wounding on 4s. That is, they are within 6 of the Lieutenant. Okay, so 4 wounds, AP -1 on the Terminators.
3 up.
Okay, 1 finally killed that guy. All right, now we'll fire the 4 shots into the cultist. Hitting again on 3s, +1, -1. I'll use my reroll for Master Artisans. Okay. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, AP -1. +1 for the cover, so 3 6s. Oh! You could command point it.
Nope.
Okay. So they did get him, and then finally, 4 shots, Stormbolter into the Sorcerer, hitting on 3s, they all hit. Force to wound, 3 wounds, AP -1.
Alright, so 2 up. How many wounds?
This is 1 damage, just the Stormbolter right now.
Alright, so 2 ups.
Made him, and then the 2 crack missiles hitting. They did move, but minuses are stacked or maxed at 1. So 3 to oh no, but they do count. So yeah, this would be force. These would be force. They both hit. Wound on his toughness 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2s to wound. 2 wounds, AP -2.
2. So we'd go to 3 up.
Yep. Okay, he made it. Okay, we killed the cultist and we killed the Terminator. That's really what I wanted to do because I didn't actually want to kill him because I'm going to charge here in a moment. All right, but that is the end of the shooting phase. No, it's not. I lied. What am I doing? This guy hasn't shot. All right, let's take a look. I think I'm going to try to hurt that Dreadnought again, but let's take a look just to make sure I don't want to try to kill 2 Terminators. Okay, nearly forgot my Dreadnought, but he has been double buffed again by the Tech Marine. So targeting protocols, awakening the machine spirit. So he's base hitting on 2s, +1. So there's -1 on the Dreadnought, back to the +1. So hitting on 2s. We're going to go ahead and start firing everything into the Dread. I considered the Terminators. I have a better chance of killing them, but the Dread does so much more damage. They both have a 5-up invulnerable save. So I'm going to go for the big time because he's not long for this world. So if he does anything, it needs to be take out this Dread. All right, hitting on 2s, rerolling everything. They both hit. Wounding on 3s, rerolling everything. Reroll. Oh, okay. So that's 1. This is the last cannon, so 5 up. Oh, and he made it. The missile hits. Doesn't wound, I get to reroll my wounds. That's a wound. AP -2, so 4-up save this time. He got it again. He cannot be destroyed. Okay, that is the end of the shooting phase for real this time. We will move on to the charge phase. We are here with some charges. Terminators going into the Sorcerer. They need a 6-inch charge. Do you want to fire Overwatch?
No. No.
They're in with a 9. Okay, and the lieutenant is going to try to follow him. He needs a 10. Oh, he got a 9. Okay, he failed. We'll move in with the Terminators and see what happens next. We are here. We have piled in, shifted around a little bit. We're starting with our 12 chain fist attacks, 4 each for the rage. I did spend a command point on Gorgon's rage, so they're double raged. So +1 to hit, so they're 3, which would be a 4 normally because of unwieldy goes back to a 3. We'll reroll 1 with Master Artisans. Okay. That was pretty good. And this is Strength 8. Wounding on 2s. AP -4 times 8. 8 saves with your invulnerable.
Alright, 5 up. Oh crap.
1, 2, 3 fail.
Yep.
So
You can kill him.
D3 damage. He doesn't have any feeling of pains or anything. So D3's got 5 wounds. That's 3, 4, 5. They did it with the chain fists. Ground him to bits. All right, I think I'm going to possibly pile or consolidate there. into the Rhino. But that will be the end of the turn for the Star Stalkers. And we'll go on to Emperor's Children, turn 3. We are here at the end of the movement phase for the Emperor's Children. Recap, the Rhino did fight back against them. Nothing happened. Over here, the Predator survived and did a wound to one of the Warp Talons. That was pretty funny. But otherwise, the Rhino fell out of combat, so these guys can sow destruction into the Terminators. These Terminators move forward to annihilate this guy. And yeah, these guys didn't move back here. They're just holding tough on the objective. And you did get your, what's this guy called again? Apostle.
Dark Apostle.
Yeah, Dank Apostle. He gave the +1 to hit on the big guy, but there's no more psychic phase since we ground up the sorcerer. So into the shooting, and do you know where you want to start?
Yep, I'm going to start right here with...
Yeah. I'm going to spend my last command point on reject the flesh, embrace the machine. So they have a 5-up, feel no pain.
Alright, 2 melter shots. 1 hit.
1 hit.
And that is a wound.
That wins. So, 5-up.
5-up.
Didn't make it.
Want to spend a command point?
I don't have any. Yeah.
2d6.
2d6, pick the highest.
Oh yeah.
5.
Nuked.
Alright, I got 5 5s here. I just need to make 3 5s, and he lives. Oh, I made 2 5s. 3 damage. Let's kill this guy. Okay.
Alright. I'm going to switch over to this group of termies.
Yeah.
They're going to melt the
Dreadnought.
dreadnoughts.
Okay.
5 shots hitting on 3s. Ooh.
Okay,
Not
okay.
good. Not as good. And 3s. Nothing.
Do you want to command point one of those?
Nope.
Okay. Dreadnought has made it this far.
Alright, I'm on 2.
The big dread. What's he do? Shoot at another dread or the Terminators?
Just for the lulls.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot the Dank Apostle into them.
Yep, absolutely.
It's
Does not win.
Imagine that. Let me have a think for a second.
Okay, let's take a think. We did some more shooting. You'll notice there are no Terminators left. Excruciating Frequencies and Veterans of the Long War combined to eliminate the Terminators. So that leaves the big boy in the middle left to shoot, and he's going to fire Dreadnought on Dreadnought action
Oh yeah.
down here.
Alright, so these are the 4 Volkite.
Mhm.
Hitting on 2s. Drop 1. Wounding on 5s.
Mhm.
6s are mortals. Alright, 1, no AP.
No AP. I think he's got a 3-up save.
Takes 2 damage.
2, which would be, is that from a 3 or is that 2 normal?
Oh, so drop down to 1.
To 1. Okay, he's got 7 wounds left.
Alright. Then 4d3. Shot number of shots. Oh.
4d3, so that's 5, 6, 7 shots.
Alright. Hitting on 2s. Where are you going to be? Something
They all hit.
Alright, strength 8.
So 3's the wound.
Ooh,
That's
drop 2.
so 5.
5 on your invuln. Or 5 minus 3.
5 minus 3, so these should be 6s. Minus 3. Okay, how much damage are these?
3 a pop, so you got 9.
9 damage. I actually do have the 6-up.
So you got
So the 6 on the one I had earlier saved. Okay, so he's actually at 8, and this is 9 total wounds.
Yeah, so it'd be 8 wounds because
8.
Or 6 wounds because they're 3 each, so each one of them drops, so you got 2.
Okay, so 6 6s coming up.
Got 1.
I made 1. All right,
Drop
so
5.
he is alive with 3 wounds left. Okay, the Dreadnought lives for another turn. That is all of the shooting, though. So
Going to the charge.
we will move in to the charge phase. We are at the top of turn 4 here. Star Stalkers get 1 point for over here, which puts us to 5. Now, we've been breaking down the scoring opportunities going forward. I was thinking, best case scenario, he shoots his way out of combat. These two charge around, get control of this objective with some miraculous combat rolling, and I get 2. But even if that happens at the start of the Emperor's Children turn 4, they're going to get 1, 2, 3, which would give them 7 points. And I would be sitting on 5. Then at the top of my turn 5, if they're alive and these people are alive who took that, I would be at 7. But then the start of Emperor Children turn 5, they would have at least 2 objectives, even if we managed to kill these 2 guys over here. So there is no chance for victory here for the Star Stalkers at this point in time. So they will be falling back. The Star Stalkers came here looking for relics and artifacts of ancient Imperial forces, but unbeknownst to them, there were some Emperor's Children here as well, desecrating this sacred site, and the ancient enemies, Emperor's Children and Iron Hand successors, raged at one another, but the Emperor's Children proved too much and forced the Star Stalkers to abandon the battlefield. This is the end today for the Star Stalkers, but they will be back, regrouping and perhaps coming to punish these Chaos scum in the future. Little recapping here, how we thought it went. I thought it went pretty well. We were just talking about things that maybe we could have done differently. The biggest thing for me, I think, at the first turn I was talking about, I'm going to spread out and get on as many objectives as I can to make you, spread your shooting around. And the risk with that, and what I was thinking was, I am spread out, so there's not a lot to take out. And you were able to wipe out this tactical squad here. The bike squad got nuked in 1 round of shooting. And so I just lost both of those. I feel like I should have probably just concentrated on one objective or the other with those, either the tactical marines and the bikes over here, or vice versa, bring the tactical marines to the middle with the bikes. Over here, the Terminators, did some good work, but they didn't help me hold any objectives, and that's what AJ just said. Probably would have been a better play if I would have charged them into the cultists rather than this way. They probably wouldn't have done as much damage overall, but they would have been scoring me points, and it would have forced some things to come back this way and weaken those front objectives. But yeah, I thought it went pretty well. What do you think, AJ? What are your final thoughts?
This is a good game. It was very nice to play with 2 wounds.
Yeah.
That made a lot of difference.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I played Emperor's Children, and I definitely made some big mistakes. Popping the relic without popping excruciating penalties and Veterans of the Long War.
Yeah. That
hurt, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, we were talking about both of our shooting was pretty mediocre actually throughout the whole game. The biggest thing that hurt me in the long run was this guy making 5-up invulnerable saves all day. I don't know how many turns the Dreadnought and my Predator over here shot at him, and he just made the saves. I did 4 wounds to him the whole game.
Well, you were looking for relics.
Yeah.
You found a relic.
Yeah, we found a relic. Unfortunately, it had an Emperor's Children person inside the soupy center of that Dreadnought. But yeah, it was a great game. I had a lot of fun. This is the first time I've been able to play Chaos in 9th edition, which was pretty cool. And I definitely think, they need to have the same number of wounds as loyal Space Marines. 2 on your Space Marines, 3 on your Terminators. But yeah, great game. Thanks again for coming down. Thanks for watching Slider Games, another battle report with us. If you're enjoying the channel, give us a like and a subscribe. That would be much appreciated. But thanks for watching. Have fun.